There's no need to fear. Underdog is here. Alright, what is up my friends? Happy holidays. Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Hope you all had a fantastic Thanksgiving and hopefully you stayed safe out there on Black Friday. As you saw in the intro, we had a pretty exciting week. We adopted a puppy whose name is Karn, and in celebration of that, and have a little fun, it's the holidays, you can have a little fun, we're going to be playing a dog deck in Historic, and it's kind of weird. I mean, dogs are a very new creature type in Magic. I mean, we've had cards like Isamaru, Hound of Konda for a really long time, but the creature type was always Hound, not dog. So Wild Mongrel is a Hound, Patrol Hound is a Hound, Isamaru is a Hound, but in M21, dogs became a tribal creature type, and it's funny because they actually have probably one of the best 2-mana lords of any creature type ever. Pack Leader's phenomenal. It is a 2-mana 2/2. It's a lord, so similar to Lord of Atlantis, pumps the whole team. Whenever it attacks, it prevents all combat damage to all dogs you control, including itself. So normally the template would be not itself to make it a little vulnerable. Nope. This thing can attack every turn, make all your stuff so they can never die in combat, which is amazing. And that card's pretty awesome. We also get Release the Dogs. This is a special Jumpstart card. New card printed for Jumpstart. It is legal in, I guess, Historic and Legacy and Vintage are the areas it is legal. This is a 4-mana sorcery. Make 4 1/1 white dog creature tokens. That's a pretty good rate for 4 mana. I'm getting 4 pieces of material. So 4 tokens. They're all dogs, of course. They get pumped up by our global pump effects. But the real cool thing here is how well Release the Dogs interacts with a Convoke mechanic. So you all know me. Still love Venerated Loxodon in any possible way I can play it. And Conclave Tribunal as well. Both these cards play phenomenally with Release the Dogs because we are only need 1 extra mana or 1 extra creature for Venerated Loxodon to be played fully. And then Tribunal can be played for free. It's turn 4, Release the Dogs, make 4 tokens, tap all 4 tokens, Tribunal your creature. Is a pretty insane turn. So we get this Convoke theme going on here, and of course Release the Dogs is just a lot of value for 4 mana. We get 4 tokens. Your opponent's playing spot removal, feel bad for them. And we have these pump effects, which make these dogs into real threats here. So of course Pack Leader. We have 3 copies of Radiant Destiny, which would be naming dog, of course. City's Blessing, instant with a Release the Dogs. And we get Vigilance, +1/+1. And we have Icon of Ancestry, which can give us a little bit of card advantage later in the game as well. We are a little lighter here on the early points of the curve. Alpine Houndmaster is a super cool card, seen in the Paw Blade decks and Standard. This kind of be a little way to get card advantage. And realistically, we just need dog bodies to fill our deck out. There isn't really a ton of good cheap dogs. So Igneous Cur and Alpine Watchdog make the cut. Of course, they get pumped by our Radiant Destinies, and Watchdog has Vigilance for Venerated Loxodon and Tribunal, which is kind of a little side synergy, but mostly just, a way to fill the board with creatures. Selfless Savior is phenomenal. It's a really good card. Isamaru's fine 1-drop. Hellhound's not super good in this deck, but it's just a 1-drop. It's fine. We got to make sure those early turns are good so our Lord effects can come on. Very light splash here. Very light splash for Kunoros, Hound of Athreos. And 3/3 lifelink, menace, vigilance, and it stops things from happening in the graveyard. So no Euro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, no things like that. Just a decent body. We're going to be pumping this thing up with our pump effects. It's going to be a 4/4 or a 5/5. Which is pretty good, honestly. It's a pretty big beefcake. And again, vigilance is very good with our Convoke effects here. So mana base is actually phenomenal because we have all the fast lands we want in Vantage and Courtyard. We are base white, so all of our lands should be white. We have our pathways in Needleverge Pathway and Brightclimb Pathway. Toss in a couple Grafdigger duels. Toss in 4 Unclaimed Territories. We have a great mana base here. We are really easily supporting all of our spells. We only have 6 lands that actually hurt us. The rest are all free, which is awesome. And that's pretty great too. So definitely kind of a fun, aggressive tribal deck here. We're a little short on playables. We're making it work. We're making it work. Have a little fun today. Sideboard does have a lot of great options. White is always one of the best sideboard colors. Grafdigger's Cage for graveyard decks and goblins. Rest in Peace for graveyard decks. We are borrowing Herald's Horn from the goblin decks. Not nearly as good here as it is in goblins because we're not playing ringleaders and matrons and things like that. But still a pretty powerful card. We have a lot of 2-drops. Those all cost 1. And just being able to draw cards is pretty great as well in a grindy matchup. Hard card for control decks to kill. A couple Planeswalkers here in in Gideon and Sorin's more versatility against decks playing Languish and Master Removal spells and things like that, which is pretty awesome. So, a couple kill spells, Lava Coil, Baffling End. Pretty simple deck, honestly. Simple deck, having some fun and historic. But first, let's hear from our sponsors, CoolStuffInc.com. I'm sure they have some great sales going on, Cyber Monday and all that stuff. So, check that out. I'll be right back with the matches here. Mythic Dogs, let's go.
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Alright, let us begin. Here we are, floating around in Mythic, the top 1,000. We'll see if how our dog deck does here. I know we're going to be an underdog. You know, our deck is a little underpowered overall, but we can push through. Not with this hand, though. So, even though we have multiple 1-drops, we can't keep this hand. Only one land. I have a landfall creature, only one land. Pack Leader is pretty great. On the draw, we could, like, maybe consider it. Once you draw a land for Pack Leader, it's pretty good, but we're going to mulligan here. Sure, this is fine. So, we'll keep this. Going to ship the Hellhound. Probably one of the worst cards in the deck. We just need more 1-drops. So, and we're going to let it ride here with a Courtyard and a Savior. And our opponent's probably going to think we're playing like Auras or something like that, but we are not. We are not. Llanowar Elves. Sure. Alpine Houndmaster. So a little awkward here. We've drawn Unclaimed Territory. We can just name Human and be able to cast the Houndmaster, which is pretty appealing. Obviously, that means we can't play red dogs off the Unclaimed Territory, but I think that's where we're going to be. We could play the Watchdog here and just see if we can draw a red source. Which isn't bad either. I guess we're going to do that. Let's get it for one. I would happily trade Savior here for a Llanowar Elves. Turn 1 Llanowar Elves, one of the more scary starts. We're going to name... There are a lot of red sources in the deck. Let's name Human and just cast our Houndmaster. Makes our mana a little awkward, but fill the hand up with material. It's kind of the idea here. We already need to draw land for sure, but you love these old art lands. Super sweet. Super sweet. Greg, alright, so some sort of just basic rule stuff happening here. Nothing out of the ordinary. We go on Stompy here on the Houndmaster. They want to stomp Houndmaster. I think we save it. I think I'd rather have a Houndmaster than a Selfless Savior. Nothing? Burning Emissary. Sure. Stomp the Selfless Savior. Not a good play, because now we sacrifice it, and they lose their Bone Crusher Giant. So, fizzling the Adventure spell turns that off. Unfortunately, we have many, many more red sources than black sources. We've drawn another black source, but that's okay. That's okay. So, like, we kind of, I guess, want an Icon here. We play a 2-drop, and then we're not playing, you know, if we draw a land, we can go 2-drop next turn, which would actually be really, really good. Icon won't pump the Houndmaster. Houndmaster is like the one kind of off card that it's a little off tribe, but, yeah, we're going to play Icon here. Name the old doggy and just say go. We're not going to attack, because I think I would happily block the Burning Emissary with the Alpine Houndmaster. Try and keep their board a little thin for Embercleave. Alright, Gallia of the Endless Dance. So, 2/2 haste. Also trades with the Houndmaster, which is fine with us. They're going to attack here. So now they attack with their more creatures, discard a card, draw 2. I mean, we're just block Llanowar Elves. Honestly, like, discarded a Mammoth at random. Do they have a land drop? Pretty aggressive play there, honestly. They have another Mammoth, sure. And we actually draw a Hound of Athreos, which is actually really, really good. We just jam this for sure. So now we have a 4/4 lifelink, vigilance, menace. And does the Houndmaster want to get in? They don't usually have much removal in their deck. They probably can't remove this in the battlefield. We're just going to attack. They have land they can threaten Embercleave, but even if they block, they still gain 4 and kill their creature. So now we draw a land, we can go Dog, Dog, Tribunal, which would be awesome. So another Burning Tree Emissary, sure. And a Questing Beast. Okay. So they're going to do the same attack again. So I think once again, we're just going to... I mean, they just discarded a Company at random. We're going to block the Gallia. We're gaining 4 here, which is pretty awesome. And now if we attack back with the Hound of Athreos and they block with the Questing Beast, we gain another 4. Alright, so now we've drawn the other... These are the only other pathway that's black in the deck. So we've been a little unfortunate here in only drawing our black-white lands and not our red lands. But it's still pretty good. Because we can go Brightclimb Pathway, double Watchdog. We could cast the Tribunal. I think I'm pretty happy just trading Hound for Questing Beast, though, if they want to do that. And if they don't do it, I think we'll cast Tribunal. So let's just send in the Hound here and see what they do. Again, gaining 4 and killing Questing Beast is totally fine with me. Alright, so they're not blocking, means they probably have Embercleave. So we're going to play this. We're going to go Doggy. Doggy. Tribunal. Pop off here. And I would say our board is definitely superior to our opponent's board. Y'all have Vigilance too, which is kind of cool. If we draw a land, we can pop off on our icon, so we're looking for cards like that. Houndmaster is going to be a 5-power attacker. I'd say we're doing pretty well here. The old Gruul Menace, you know. They're going to shock in a Stomping Ground. That's a little scary. Take 2 stomps to kill the Hound. Main phase company. Let's see it. What do you got for us? Mammoth and a 4/4 Gruul Spellbreaker. So that's fine. And Llanowar Elves. Sure. So pretty decent addition to their board. We draw Isamaru, Hound of Konda. Alright. So I guess we're going to send in... We can't send in the Watchdogs eaten by the Spellbreaker. If they have land, Embercleave are probably in trouble. I guess we're going to send the Hound in. Probably trade with the Spellbreaker. Oh, this is Menace, actually. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's send the Hound in. And we're probably going to play Isamaru and then end step Icon. So I guess we get Icon now and try and hit a Selfless Savior. Try to keep our Hound alive. I actually like that better. Might as well just do it now, right? Pack Leader, sure. That's kind of cool for next turn. So let's send the Hound in. Again, trading off and gaining life is still pretty good for us, so I think I'm cool with this. There's Menace too, so doesn't really matter, I guess. But they're gonna block with double Burning Tree and trade off 2 for 1. I guess. Play Isamaru and say go. Now we have Pack Leader next turn, so we're gonna have a bunch of 4/4s, which is awesome. Even with a Cleave here, they can deal a pretty big chunk of damage, but we deal a lot on the backswing, so... Whoa, doggy. In the tank here. I mean, without Embercleave, I think we're in great shape. If they have Embercleave, I think we're still in decent shape, honestly. You know, it comes down to, like, I mean, they go, like, land. If they had, like, a Fatal Passage here, you know, Passage into Embercleave, a 7/7, they just play Shadow Skull Smashing on land, which is... screams Embercleave. Because just casting this is very good right now. So they just 100% have Embercleave here. But we're just going to kill them on the backswing, right? So we just take this. If they cleave, we take 6, 12. We take 16. Then we play our Lord, attack back, and kill them. So this is fine. No blocks. No Embercleave. Okay. Interesting. Just another Burning Chance. So why would they play... They gotta cast this Shadow Skull Smashing for like it's not a ton, but release the dogs. Okay. I mean that is pretty good, but we're just like lethal here. Yeah, we're just lethal. We just have 4 lethal. Yeah, 2 blockers. They're just dead. So this pumps up to a 5 power. So now we have any 2 creatures is legal. They only have 2 blockers. So I think our opponent could have played this last turn a little bit tighter, but. Maybe they were hoping we would block. I don't know. So block. Take 8. Some good dogs. Even though we were a little mana screwed this game, it did pretty well, I think. The old pack leader. We'll take it. We'll take it. So we're gonna bring some kill spells. Lava Coil and Baffling End. And what's gonna get shaved down here? I would say our Hellhound's can go. And then we need to cut 3 more cards. Maybe we can cut like one of the icons. And then we can cut like maybe it's like the early creatures aren't really getting through. Isamaru we can block fine, which is kind of nice. Really want to lean into our like Release the Dogs Loxodon. I think against them, we can kill a few things, have the more powerful stuff going on. Let me just get both icons. So we have 3 pump effects. We have 1 more card here. I mean, the Hound of Athreos was actually really good. The lifelinking body was extremely relevant. Bunch of kill spells. I don't think cutting a land is crazy on the draw, but it's not super ideal. We got like an Igneous Cur. This card's like really, really bad. Yeah, let's cut the Cur. So our second Houndmaster won't be as good, but Watchdog's kind of fine, honestly. Like having Vigilance in this matchup is definitely pretty reasonable. So they're gonna bring in some more removal most likely, but we think we should be in decent shape here. We can certainly go big on them. I mean, the fear is Embercleave. We lack any Inspiring Ruler. We should probably have a Braid in our sideboard. Maybe over Lava Coil. Want a way to kill Questing Beast, but alright, definitely a little land heavy here, but opponent mulligans, I think we're just gonna keep. Opponent mulligans again? Sure. That seems fortunate because our hand is definitely not great. We have a lot of shocklands. We only have 8 or 6 shocklands in the deck, so a lot of our mana base is pretty pain-free, honestly, so ugh, another shockland. Gross. They went red source. Go. That's interesting. Alright. Guess we're a little scared of Pack Leader getting stomped. We're actually going to play it. That was actually a really good draw. So, it is a little awkward because we'll have to discard hand size. And they just like definitely have Stomp here. And I want them stomping the Houndmaster, not the Pack Leader. So, I do need to play Godless Shrine though. So, play this. Skip both of our dogs here, and then we can discard a land to hand side, which is fine. No stomp. Okay. Definitely would love it if we had another like good 1-drop. There's a Spellbreaker, sure. 4, sure. We draw the other Watchdog, so now we're actually completely out of things to fetch with our other Houndmaster, which kind of sucks, but just gonna play Alpine Watchdog on a tap land, so you go. I mean, you can set up for a turn, we cast, multiple creatures, then cast the Tribunal, which is kind of nice. Valley, Llanowar Elves. Attack. Alright, so we're not going to block here. That's fine. Inspiring Vantage. Awkward. Where were you like 3 turns ago, you know? Just going to go dog. The question is, are we playing, are we going to expose Pack Leader to Stomp? Could definitely have Stomp here. I mean, I think they might have stomped earlier if they had it. So it's not a guarantee they have Stomp, but we're gonna hold the Pack Leader, I think. Let's play Watchdog. I guess we're gonna attack with the Vigilance creature. We could also just Loxodon here, which is pretty sweet too. Maybe we actually just Loxodon. We could Tribunal the Spellbreaker, but Loxodon puts a lot of power on the battlefield. Let's do that. That's really nice too, because the Vigilance on the Watchdogs makes our Tribunal really good next turn too. So it's like a simple little synergy. Obviously, just Vigilance is good with Convoke, but it's nice because it works out well. We're already playing this card anyway, so it's a nice little cross synergy. Finding little pockets of synergy like that is definitely important when you make it brew. Ramanap Ruins, sure. So we certainly get Ember Cleaved here. That's definitely an Ember Cleave pause. So we are not going to block. If they cleave, we'll just take 10 and Tribunal the Spellbreaker and hope we can kill in the backswing, honestly. So, yep. They don't have any other creatures, so they're at 16. So we get to Pack Leader. And attack for 1,000,000. And then play Cur post-combat and tap everything for Tribunal. It's pretty awesome, actually. So let's jam. Little Goblin Piledriver action here. And their block here is phenomenal for us because obviously now they don't have a creature. They go to 4. Awesome. We play Igneous Cur. We're going to play the Territory and leave one of our Watchdogs back just in case they draw a Questing Beast. So let's go Dog. Let's play Tribunal. Tapping. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they would need like a Glorybringer or something to kill us, I think, here. Otherwise, we are in pretty amazing shape. Questing Beast won't do it. Spellbreaker won't do it. I guess, like, Spellbreaker and a land to equip would do it, but I think they would have deployed a different creature rather than Embercleave last turn, because you'd rather just build your board and then Embercleave for cheap. So whoa, doggy. Nice. Underdogs taking it down. We like that. We like that. Let's keep rolling here. I'm going to be impressed if we win some matches here. It's definitely more of a fun brew than a super competitive deck, but I'm going to be hyped if we win some matches here. For the dogs. This game's going to the dogs. I'm sure Karn's very happy about this. Very, very happy. Let's go. ZNR. This is a player who is qualified for the Zendikar Rising Championship. This is the account that Wizards gives you to practice. So this player is currently qualified for the next Pro Tour, basically. Let's take him down. They probably ain't playing against dogs at the Pro Tour. Let's mess up their testing. Ugh. We're gonna mulligan. If we had I could say if his Selfless Savior was the token maker, like we could consider keeping, but the overall power level of our cards here is too weak. We need more stuff to happen. So this is like the same, but better, I guess. So we'll keep this. I think we're actually gonna ship a Vantage. So if we draw another fast land, we can play it on turn 3 and not have it come tapped. Having 4 fast lands is a little awkward. We've got all our colors here. Don't really need double red for anything. I guess you want double red if you have the fire breather, but we'll ship territory, whatever, sure. Whoa, doggy. Alright. Control seems tough. Obviously, the card Wrath of God is probably pretty good against us. We will see what we can do, though. We will see what we can do. Have our Planeswalkers and stuff on the sideboard, you know? A little Alpine Watchdog action. Let's go, Isamaru. Get him. Yeah, it's draft common. You gonna counterspell it? No. Alright. Cycle Sensor. Much better than a 3-drop. Cycle Sensor again? Sure. I mean, I think we're sending him a Clowns next turn. Alright. Nice lines. Nice lines. Another Release the Dogs. Jeez. Alright, we're in jam. The problem is, like, we just don't have a way to play around Wrath here. But I think we're just going to be playing Release the Dogs. We have to put enough pressure on them. If they have a Wrath, we get to play another Release the Dogs, so just do it. If we don't have Wrath, they're just going to be dead. So, alright, so force them to Wrath. You probably have it. Sure. We rebuy. So there you go. Again, now they kind of have to Wrath again because Spot River won't do it here. So it's a powerful card. I mean, it looks really simple, but it is a lot of value for 4 mana. You know, 4 tokens is a lot. You draw Icon of Ancestry, sick draw. Now the question is, do you want to try and cast it or not? So you might want to release. If you release the Hounds again, why doesn't it release the Hounds? Why does it release the Dogs? What kind of naming convention is that? They have 5 cards in hand. I mean, them countering the Icon is pretty likely, it feels like. But playing a second Release the Dogs just, like, gets us destroyed by Wrath of God. I'll just go for it. What do you got? Make him have it. We're light on cards here. We just got to kill him. You know, if they have it all, we're not going to win the game anyway, so. Sure. Not great, but what are you going to do? Basically negates the attack, too. Unfortunate. Castle Ardenvale. And so I would like to draw another Anthem effect right now. Or Tribunal, I guess. Alright. I guess it's just Kunoros. Kunoros. Yeah. Hold this back for post-Wrath if possible. This just seems really tough. Gonna counter Fluffy here. And Fluffy's good.
Hurry.
They have so many cards in their hand. Because we had 3 Release the Dogs, I think playing the Release the Dogs and getting Wrathed and getting 3 for 1 is definitely correct. So they could just not have it. If they don't have it, you probably just win the game on the spot. And like when you're playing kind of an underpowered aggro deck against a deck like this, where you're kind of a dog anyway, you really need to like to make them have it sometimes. So that being 6 for hard casting Shark Typhoon. That is gross. All right, well. I mean, now we're all in, so this thing's on 2. I mean, I think they have a 3rd Absorb, or a 2nd Absorb. Pack Leader's pretty good here. The thing is that we're likely to just kill this Teferi anyway. Let's go to combat. Send the Hound here and everything else at them. I guess I could have like I can't have Seal Away. Because Seal Away removes a tapped creature, which is kind of cool. So the Vigilance here is kind of doing us a little favor. That happens really, really fast.
This is hardly my
We're not going to do anything here. They gotta prove to me that they can beat the board. I think that they definitely have another counter spell, and we just play that. They get to counter our spell and make it blocker, so just say go here. Backland. Yeah, 2/2, that's broken. I think we're gonna draw land. That's Tribunal. That's awkward. They will probably counter this. Then we can Tribunal the Shark Typhoon. Main deck Disdainful Spirit. Player on Censor. Wow, I just have it all. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if our deck can beat a control deck if they have it all, honestly. Unfortunately. Isamaru. Last card a counterspell too. That would be bad. Oh my god, they actually just have it all. Wow, that's just gross. Alright, yeah, we're just dead. I mean, maybe we can draw like an Anthem. I don't think it matters anymore, honestly. They should have save castles too. Alright, so pretty ideal draw from our control opponent. Maybe we could have held back on turn 4, but I think our plays gave us the best chance to win. I think we kind of just have to force them to have it in this matchup, and they just did. That's fine. If we play too slow, we don't have the way to catch up in the game if we get behind. So just gotta jam and hope they don't have it. And oh boy, did they have it! And on every street in this game. Yeah, I mean we're just gonna go to the next game. So, all right, a little bit of a rough game there. A little bit of a rough game, but we get to bring in our more grindy elements. We get to bring in our 2 Gideons, our Sorin, and our 2 Herald's Horns. We're gonna cut Tribunals. I think we're gonna try and beat Teferi in combat. And honestly, our Hellhounds are pretty mobile. I guess they're a 1-drop. 1-drops are kind of fun. I would shave like a Radiant Destiny. And I mean, Venerated Loxodon is pretty awkward against the card Wrath of God. So let's shave a Venerated Loxodon. These are pretty good post Wrath. So yeah, we're just gonna try and beat Teferi with combat damage, I think. So let's try this. I was just thinking a Gideon would be really, really good. Our Planeswalkers are kind of nice. Opponent's taking some serious sideboarding here. Don't want to get barked off their Pro Tour testing. Alright, going first. It's a beefy hand. It's not like... It doesn't get ahead well, but we do have a lot of our bigger plays. I'm going to keep this. Hopefully we'll draw a 1 or 2 drop next turn with apply a little more pressure, but Sorin is very, very good. Icon's pretty good too. I bet plays. So play Isamaru. Play tap land. Ooh. I mean, Gideon's real good. We don't want to get censored though. I think we're just gonna play Radiant Destiny here. It's our card that if it gets censored, we're the least sad, and if it resolves, it's still good. Alright, so that's fine. That is the card we are most happy to have censored. Draw another, or not a non-land. We're gonna Icon. Probably gonna absorb if they have it. They brought in Dovin's Veto against our tribal dog deck. I guess we have the release the dogs. Alright, I guess. Might have main deck too, I suppose. Alright, Unclaimed Territory. We're gonna jam. And I think this is gonna be our Gideon turn. Just try and go for it. Maybe we can resolve Sorin the turn after if they come spell here. Play this player on Censor. Play the old Gideon. You're up. It's fairy too. Got it all.
Trust me.
So, I mean, maybe we can resolve Sorin here. That'd be pretty good. Only untapping 2 lands. Be pretty sad if I can counter with Sorin, honestly. Let's attack Teferi first. We're gonna lose out on a lifelink. That really doesn't matter. Our life total is basically irrelevant. Let's see if they have like a seal away or something. They do not.
You're not going to win this.
Fortunately, Sorin cannot reanimate Gideon. We'll poke on Teferi. Brings down to 1. So hopefully it's gettable next turn. Yeah, Teferi's really, really good. Kind of like forget how good this card actually is. Obviously, Sorin usually used to return creatures from our graveyard, but we haven't. We're gonna Shark Typhoon again? Ugh. This is silly. Release the dogs. Alright, I mean, I don't know what they can play here for 2 mana. That you could have Seal Away, so that'd be terrible anyway, though. So attack them and hope they don't have it. All right, we found a street where they finally didn't have it. We're still jamming though, so we got nothing here. Now you got to overcome the Shark Typhoon too. We could alter our mana base a little bit to play like Thoughtseize, which would probably help out a lot. Gonna make it 2/2? Sure.
I abhor my need for blood.
I mean, I was thinking like poke Sorin and then Wrath. We do have the board pretty good now. I mean, kind of like half the Wrath, right? Alright.
I know what must be done. Let's skip to the good part.
Shocking and then untapping 2. Oh my god, they have Settle too. I don't know if we can win. Like, I just don't see how we're ever gonna beat this deck. We only have 1 basic for Settle too, so. Cast out. That's also obviously bad for us. Yeah, we're just super bad.
I wish you all short lives.
Yeah, I mean, we're just dead. Too much of an underdog that time. Yeah, I mean, I don't think if they have a good hand, we can really win. Definitely think that we could be boarding like Thought Siege or something and altering our mana base a bit. That could be a way to try to address that, but the all counterspell Wrath of God removal spell deck with Teferi is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So 1-1 for the old underdog here. Let's go. Playing first. Their companion is Zadara the Dawnwalker. Okay. Not sure what deck plays that, but we have a pretty decent hand here. We can keep this. We have drawn a Cur and a Watchdog, but, I mean, it's kind of what our deck does, so. And we're just going to make, let's just play Territory. Let's just, like, make a white. I guess we need white for Tribunal, and yeah, I'll make a white here just to go. Lose the ability to pump our Cur, but whatever. We'll draw some more lands. Zadara the Dawnwalker. Fanatical Fireball. What is this deck? Okay, we're doing it. I don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. Alright, so name and dog, and maybe we just select, if they're playing this, they can't be playing Bone Crusher Giant because all of their permanents have to have activated abilities. So no Bone Crusher is pretty nice. Maybe we just play the Cur and just try and like block this thing. Set up for a Watchdog later. Like Cur does beat their board currently, however silly that sounds. Just see what they want to do here. That card also has an activated ability, sure. Release the dogs. Okay. I mean, release into Tribunal is very good. I guess we're going to play Hound here. I don't love the idea of it just dying to a Lightning Strike, but we could like wait till we try and find a Lord effect. But then we're just playing like a crappy 2-drop this turn, and that feels pretty bad, so. Maybe an argument for naming Human there, so we can play the Human if we draw it, but we're going to draw a land next turn for sure. Alright, just play Hound and say go, and just hope they don't have a removal spell. Fluffy! Please don't kill my doggy. They're gonna ping me. So they have light up the stage. I mean, sure. Hit land, light. Alright. The perfects. We don't like that, but now we just draw land, and we can get this release and Tribunal going. We did not draw land. And now we have to kill the Steamkin, I think. Oh boy, alright. Does not feel good. Obviously, we really, maybe we should just let them have it, but let them have Steamkin is pretty bad. Immolation Shaman. If our opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land that isn't a mana ability, deals 1. So it's talking about like some sort of like dumb combo here, I would assume. And we draw a Concealed Courtyard. Ugh. Killing me today. Just killing me. Alright. Oh, whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land that isn't a mana ability. Okay. Frenzy. That's pretty gross. And I have Frenzy Steamkin. Alright. They didn't play anything, though, so that's a little bit of a help. Alright. I mean, we're just going to be releasing some dogs, hoping it's good enough, I guess. Release the hounds. Why is it not release the dogs? Release the hounds for sure. Here they come. We're going to want to draw one of our Lord effects. So they are going to frenzy. Oh my god. They're going to put it in deck. They can't have Chain Whirler. Oh my god, they're actually going to play their entire deck. Revealing light up a stage shock. Oh. Sports Center update. You're losing. Yeah, Frenzy's Teamkin. Should like cast Ulamog or something. I mean, I do love Chandra Aqua to Flame. Super cool card.
You need more control. Psh, just let me burn.
Yeah, I mean, I could like leave the room and get a drink right now probably, and come back and they still wouldn't be done casting spells. So they hit another Immolation Shaman and another Frenzy. That's not that bad. Good old Frenzy Steamkin. Yeah, flashback our light up stage. That's a thing you can do.
Remember this one?
They did not cast it? Oh, they screwed up. Because they hadn't spectacled yet. They didn't have enough mana to cast it. Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that. And destroy the Frenzy? What? Put Zadara in their hand? What is going on? Okay, I guess. That's some turn. Yeah, sure. We're gonna... I guess we're gonna pack leader here. It puts the is there some sort of combo here or something? Am I like missing something? I don't know. I don't know what's going on anymore, folks. That was a very strange turn. They should have cast their entire deck and made just like didn't flashback a spell and killed their own Frenzy. Now we like want to play Release the Dogs because we want to get this. We want to rather play more stuff, but I guess we have to play pack leader here. So play pack leader. And we get to attack. Probably like... We gotta kill Chandra, so they can't flash back other removal spells, so... All the dogs go to Chandra. All the dogs go to Chandra. So they can block two of them. They can like double block one and we'll lose it, but whatever. I think this is fine. Block one of them. Alright, Bob's made some questionable plays. That's okay. Maybe we'll kill pack leader, maybe. Chandra's dying anyway, so you just double block and kill one of the 2/2s. There's a will versus a way, folks. Alright, there's Zadara. So now all activated abilities our opponent activates cost 2 less to activate, but it can't go less than 1. So these now cost 3 to activate. There's a Frenzy. But now they're locked out of mana again. Let's draw a Lord here, please. That is not a Lord. That is far from a Lord. The good news is that now we're in pack leader world, where we can just jam with everything every turn, and they can't block and kill our things in combat. So we just get the jam every turn, which is pretty cool. Red zone. Again, pack leader is really, really good. They're gonna double block, sure. Now we're gonna double block. I mean, obviously they make some blocks here. They're gonna take 6, which is almost half their life, which is great. Those want to be. I'm sorry, I missed the Watchdog. We're taking a bunch. They're only at 4 now, so. Here's all my cards. Dogs will hunt. Again, they could easily play their entire deck this turn, but... Oh my god. Phoenix of Ash plus Zadara is insane. It's 1 red for each pump. We're 25 though, so oh my god. If they could like stop playing cards off the top of the deck, I'd be really, really happy about it. Oh boy, maybe we were a little too ambitious on our first tribunal here, but I mean, they have 16 in the air with Phoenix Abash right now, which is kind of preposterous, honestly. That's actually a pretty sick pairing, but now they're going to kill their frenzy again? What? Okay. I'm just going to say go. Alright, we drew a Lord effect, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blockers, and we have, I think they're dead if they don't have anything. So we have exactly lethal if they have nothing, and we can't win anyway if they have something. So we're just gonna go in. They can only play the card on top of their deck. So have we stolen a victory here? They could have also. I guess it doesn't matter. My Hellhound's like leaning up the side. I'm dumb. We don't actually have lethal. I forgot they just block a 3/3. I don't know why I thought they would block all the tokens. I just like shortcutted mentally. So they're not actually dead. They're at 1. But now we're gonna lose like literally everything. We're just dead. I mean, we were dead anyway. So. Could be at 1 life. Most things are dead. Now the Zadara does not modify the escape cost, so yep. So they have 6. Why would they play another Phoenix? Things like pump in Phoenix just kill me. Alright, so let's fire up the old Icon of Ancestry. I mean, we are not killing them right now, but take some damage off Immolated Shaman. Fine. Savior, okay. I don't really have any attacks, but let's just hold. Actually, we want to activate this thing, so there you go. Remember, every activation of this costs 1 red. So they have right now they have 9. They have 15 mana. That's 30 damage on a Phoenix. They can kill us at literally any time. Anytime. I think they figured it out. I'll let them do it, you know? But, I said, always pass. Just do it. Why do you, oh, is this shift enter? Yeah. Pretty cute. Almost stole this game despite being heinously behind. Opponent made some sloppy errors, but couldn't really come through. I mean, beating Frenzy Steamkin is insane. I think they've played, what do they have? They've played like 20 or they played 15 more spells than us this game, which is a little hard to overcome. So we'll see what we can do in game 2, but that's a little tough. So we're gonna bring in our coils and our baffling ends, and we're gonna cut Hellhound and I definitely want to keep our anthems in. I'm gonna cut a Cur. And then Loxodon's pretty good. I guess we'll cut Radiant Destiny. Cut one of the anthems, and then gotta cut one more card. All their cards have activated abilities. They're like an Isamaru. We're just like probably not getting through with like early beats. We gotta like lean on our Release the Dogs and our anthems and stuff. Let's shaving Isamaru. Now we actually have removal spells to keep him off Steamkin, so that should really help a lot. How's our opponent going to deal with the doggos? Alright, going first. That's a solid hand. It's a pretty solid hand. We keep this. Definitely want to draw a land for Icon on turn 3, but we can go Release the Dogs into Loxodon on turn 4. That should probably easily win us the game, so. Alright, Firebrand sucks. Alright, you need to draw land. That is a land. We did it. So, now we need to draw another land, but we do. I think we're in really good shape. That's a really cool fight. Alright, let's draw any untapped land. We do have a lot of fast lands, unfortunately. So, there's your Firebrand. They have Light Up Stage also. They want to get it pre-combat. So, they hit land. It's pretty good. Another Light Up Stage. God. For another Light Up Stage and a Lava Coil. Yeah, I mean, when Steamkin lives, it is really good. This is just an obscene... Not casting. I guess we have Loxodon, but we don't draw land anyway. Oh, man. We're at 15. I mean, we just have to draw land for release into Loxodon. So we got by the 1-drop, so if we draw land, we can go release into Loxodon. Oh, boy. This is turn 3. Turn 4 now. Alright. That sucks. Sure. I think we're just dead, folks. Nice turn 4. I'm going to draw land anyway. Alright. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, I mean, if we can be able to cast Release the Dogs this turn and then play Loxodon, maybe we have a chance this game, but we're just dead. Alright, so kind of a stinky one there. I mean, those draws were pretty ridiculous for our opponent. That's okay. That's okay. We can keep pushing along here. We can keep pushing along. Definitely maximizing the 4 tokens that we can invoke is, you know, what's going to be necessary for us to really push the power level up. Definitely a weird version of mono red, like based around Zadara, and the Steamkin's like We just didn't really draw any removal spells for him, unfortunately. Yeah, it's fine. It needs a little payoff, but it's fine. We can do this. Mono red again. Release the dog. Sure. Obviously, you want our Isamaru to die, so... Got a little stompy action. A Snoop. The old Snoop gob, eh? Alright. That's could be a problem. Alright. Skim the old Watchdog, I guess. A little Lux Daddy on top. Mountain on top. Sure. So we want to go Icon into release. Chieftain? It's a pretty aggressive attack, honestly. I think playing Staying Back on B makes more sense. Houndmaster? Sure. Well, now he gets to whack back, though. So pay 2. Play Icon. Name Doggo. Get in for a 6-ball. And Watchdogs on defense. MVP here. Draft common. Little vigilance action. They have a Wily Goblin on top, so now they're... Oh my god, maybe Franco. Well, we can... even though we drew our land for Release the Dogs, we cannot beat Cranko. So... There aren't enough dogs in our deck to beat the Cranko activation next turn. So I guess we're gonna go to game 2 here. That's okay. That's okay. We draw like Tribunal. Even if we drew Tribunal, it would have been pretty tough. So we need some kill spells. The Hellhounds are gonna go. We do need to kill them fast too, though. I think Tribunal might just be too slow, honestly. I definitely want the Baffling Ends and the Coils. I guess Baffling End can't hit Cranko. Can't hit the War Chiefs and stuff. We're going to shave, I think, a Cur and a Houndmaster. It's not really about card quantity. And we want some cages, too. Turn off the old Muckster. Take out these icons, I guess. Could just cut Houndmaster entirely, honestly. Maybe just cut Houndmaster entirely. Take out the Cur, too. Watchdog's fine. Not really embarrassed with the Watchdog, but... Let's try and lean again on Release the Dogs. If I want a 3rd cage, like, turning off Muxes is important, but, like, they didn't need Mux to beat us that game, you know? Let's bring another Baffling End. I mean, the hand has the Release and Loxodon. It just only has 2 lands. This hand needs to draw 2 lands in its first, like, 3 draw steps. We do a Baffling End. I think we're going to keep. I think we got to get a little lucky here to win. We have a lot of the things we need. We should keep. Why is there no freaking animation? What? Prospector. We're going to leader here. I want a Baffling End, a War Chief effect, or a Snoop. We can hit Prospector if we feel like they're going to go for a turn 3 Muxes or something like that, but I don't want to hit it before then if we don't have to. That is so aggressive. So that play is perfectly into our Baffling End, which is awesome. We should make sure we get a 2-for-1. Then still want to draw land. We did not draw land. Gotta draw lands. Got to draw these lands. Chieftain. There's your land. So now we're gonna Savior. And we're gonna try to beat over Chieftain. Try and get him off the board. He can't crank to us also. Alright, we draw a land next turn. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this game. We get to release into Loxodon and probably take him down. Yeah, we can win this game. We can draw land. Come on, land. Untap land. Baffling it. That's bad. All right. That sucks. It's baffling it and not lava coil either. It's gonna get harder now if they have another goblin. Yeah, top card is a War Chief, sure. Top card is a Braid. I think we're dead, folks. Didn't even draw land anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh man, you're killing me. Oh man. I mean, you just can't beat Krenko, so it doesn't matter anyway. Alright. I mean, Goblins is obviously a tier 1 deck in the format, and I guess Dogs is not the tribal deck to take it down. Unfortunate. One more. We gotta get some here. Alright. We gotta get some here. The blue-eye matchup was tough. Goblin seems tough. We could have beaten the deck we played. We got this. We got this. You know, we definitely have hit a few bad spots here. We like to, you know, each draw land or not draw land, or opponents miss for a turn, you know? We got this. Let's go. At least our opponent mulligans here, right? Alright, this works. We can keep this. We're going to keep this. Ship Advantage. So we draw more fast lands, we can use them. Overgrown Tomb. You got it. Let's go. Sultai. Rude Sultai. Oh yeah? Can you beat Alpine Watchdog Sultai deck? I don't think you can. Overgrown Tomb. Igneous Cur. I mean, like, you have Languish, Extinction Event, things like that. I think we're going to play Isamaru and Cur. So the Extinction Event wouldn't be that bad. So they go land, they and Languish? Oh my god. No! Oh, come on. Release the Dogs is so good here. Killing me. Oh, they got Nissa.
We will not fail. Harness the elements.
Yeah, that's bad for us. They have 3 forests too. Isamaru. Ugh. See, if we had this last turn and then we had Pack Leader this turn, we're feeling awesome. But alright. That's a good start. That's a good start. That's also good. Okay. Okay. I feel like we're firmly in, so you're telling me there's a chance range here. Remember, the Pack Leader can attack. Into everything. Now, if we go for a double block here and they have a removal spell, we lose. Which have blown out. We do have another release the dogs, though. We could just put all the dogs in the Overgrown Tomb. If they kill Pack Leader, we still trade off. Then we can't attack. I can't attack Nissa, though. Can't kill Nissa anyway, unless you draw another Lord effect. If they have a rule spell, it's terrible for us anyway. I'm just gonna go for the block. If they have a kill spell, they have a kill spell. I guess they wouldn't even use it, probably, right? They would. Oh, God, they have it. That's dope. Alright. There you go. I mean, if his last card isn't good, we have a chance to win this game, I think. Unfortunately, they just have the Blast Zone for our Pack Leader, which is really awful for us. Trading 3 dogs for a land. We can't really attack Nissa anyway. We have to draw a Lord effect that can't kill a Blast Zone. I'm just gonna block. It feels awful, but also if they're able to miss ultimate, keeping their lands off the board is like pretty important. I don't really care if they ultimate. I'm just gonna play release and say go. Just gotta hope they don't draw a spell, basically. Yeah, I mean that's a card, but Pack Leader ain't doing much against the Blast Zone anyway, so. Alright, I mean, they get a million lands here. They don't have any more spells, so it isn't really a big deal anyway. And they have one indestructible 3/3. And if we can draw a way to pump our team, we can go wide here. And just kill them, hopefully. So we can't block anymore, obviously, because it's indestructible. So we'll just draw like an Anthem. That is not an Anthem. But we're still jamming, so. We can kill them before they draw a Euro or any other of their many, many horrible cards for us. That's a land. Alright, I mean, attack, they block Isamaru, we take 5 and go to 6, and they're dead in 2 turns in theory. Alright, I guess we have to block though, because we'll have to block next turn. Now, also, if we draw an Anthem, they're dead. So, either a Radiant Destiny or a Icon of Ancestry. They're flooding. That's not going to do it, though, because they have a stupid Blast Zone. Urgh. It's brutal. So we send in 4. They go to 3. They block 1, and we kill them. Yeah. No, we're still 1 short, actually. So we send in we send in 4 of them. They block 1, take 3, and go to 3. Then they attack us. We block, and then we only have 3 attackers back for the next turn. Ugh. We're in the Abyss now. Gross. I think we just say go. Yeah. Alright. They've been very kind to Brick for a turn or 2 here, and we need more, unfortunately. I guess a hit on our side wouldn't be bad either, but they have been dead to an Anthem effect for a few turns. No way they have to other lands or other deck basically at this point. Growth Spiral, alright. We're trying. I think they're still dead to an Anthem, so
Be wary of the ground you
maybe not actually. Oh, they're letting me block? Wow. Obviously blocking the pack leader because they're just going to die in a blast zone anyway, so that's pretty great for us. But now they're not dead to an Anthem. Venerated Loxodon? That's actually pretty sweet, kinda, not really. Sorta. I mean, we're in big trouble. We can play this. We need to leave back 3 blockers. I mean, they can just pump the blast zone up and kill us here, but whatever. Actually, I guess we kill their Nissa, actually. So they foolishly do that. They should have just pumped blast zone to 5, made a landed thing, attacked, then popped blast zone in combat, but...
Behold, nature's true power.
Okay.
Strange and magnificent work.
Tough. Close one. But tough. Alright, we're going to bring in our Gideons, our Sorin, and our Herald's Horn. I mean, some number of Tribunal to deal with Euro and Nissa is definitely probably preferable. Languish is pretty annoying because it beats Selfless Savior too, which kind of sucks, but... I guess, like, Herald's Horn isn't even that good. What do we have? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We only have 17 actual dogs in our deck. Because I guess one of our best cards is not actually a dog. It should be a tribal sorcery. Let's not bring in Herald's Horn. That card might be bad. Gideon's good. So, you can take Gideon. Sure. Sounds great. I feel no sympathy for my opponent mulliganing. Not an ounce. We're playing freaking pack leader against their Euros and stuff, you know? No sympathy at all. Vantage, sure. Feeling pretty good about this one, though. Got the old Gideon. Growth Spiral, sure. It's not enough Growth Spiral on the Thoughtseize, like the Stone Cold Nuts. They don't. They don't. Let's go.
I must
here.
battle as your
We're
champion.
gonna give it
I
I
believe
guess lifelink. Alright. This is a pretty good start for us. Get a Euro, sure.
not if I can help
Alright,
it.
we're a little heavy on lands here, but let's play this. Name Doggo. Plus here. Let's do
I
lifelink
will lend
again.
you my strength.
Just play tap land and get in for 7 ball. Pretty immune to Languish and other massive rule spells at the moment. Definitely about 1 or 2 lands too heavy here, but explore, sure.
I don't think so.
Isamaru. Okay. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, we can get City's Blessing here, but it requires putting all of our cards in the battlefield. I don't think I want to do that. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Vigilance doesn't really matter that much.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, just jam, play Isamaru as they go. We also now have the minus ability on Gideon teed up. -6 exile a permanent, so they play like a Euro, we can just kill it and attack them, which is pretty awesome. So raises for 4. Yeah, we're just dead on board, right? Is that what we're gonna do?
Not if I can help.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Doggy daycare. Get off my plane.
Good try.
Taste it. Come on, let's go. We can do this, folks. We can do this. We can beat the menace, the best deck in the format, against a couple of good dogs. We can do this. We can do this. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Let's go. Gideon's great. Really, really good card against decks like this. All right, let's go. Big match. Big match. Still an underdog. Still an underdog. Plays. It's not great. It plays. Kill for Gideon. A little Cur action. Might actually just play Igneous Cur on turn 2. Hound on 3. I mean, they could have like Languish too. It's kind of, that's pretty good actually. There's a good draw. Yeah, we're gonna play the Cur on turn 2 here. Protect our back leader a little bit. Spiral, sure. Fair, you know, assessment of cards here. Just Euro Titan, Nature's Wrath versus Igneous Cur. We got this. We got this. Isamaru, Hound of Konda. So now we're in the really awkward spot of like, we don't want to play into a Languish. We gotta put some stuff in play in case they have Nissa, which really sucks. I mean, the Hound will be able to attack Nissa decently well. Menace. Pack leader Isamaru is just asking for it, I think. If we draw a land, we can go Destiny plus Isamaru, so let's play the Hound. Game for 1. They're leaning on Fatal Push too. I guess the Hound's a little hard to kill. For sure. Okay. That's bad. And they Fatal Push. Oh! I thought they screwed up. I thought they screwed up. Oh, man. Well, we had a dream. I think the dream is dead. They have 4 cards in the bin now. Feel free to leave your rants about how stupid Euro is in the YouTube comments. We appreciate that. They have 1 card left. They just have Euros. It doesn't matter. They basically have infinite cards left. So, and they have the card. They have a Passage of Play to cast it. Yeah, that's pretty stupid, but. Yeah, I don't know really how we're beating this Euro. Not being this.
Witness the ties that bind us all. Rise, my elemental friend.
Oh, come on. I guess we're playing too many fast lands. I mean, we've drawn our 4th land as a fast land like 6 times already. Oh my god, come on. You're just myrtleating me. Alright, you're up. If they like brick for a turn or 2, maybe we can get our release of dogs online. Another Destiny. They didn't brick. Alright, well, I guess if you're playing in High Mythic, maybe playing Dogs isn't a good idea. But if you're looking for a fun deck to play, I mean, we certainly have some game, but playing against basically the top 5 decks in the format in a row at a super high level, unfortunately, the doggos just ain't enough. They just ain't enough. Definitely could have caught a break or two here or there. I met some lands come in tapped. I mean, missed a land drop or two here and there, but the reality is we do have Igneous Cur in play, and they have Elder Gargaroth, Euro, Nissa, and Ugin. So, all right, I guess you win this round. Underdogs will remain the underdogs, but definitely a fun deck. Definitely fun to look at some of the dog cards that Jumpstart brought. You know, like I said, gotta have a little fun sometimes. You know, it can't be all serious Magic all the time, and a little holiday break's a nice time to kind of poke around, see what you can do. Imagine if you're at lower levels or playing in unranked. This deck could be a lot of fun. And I do think Release the Dogs plus Convoke cards, we never really got to do this very often. We just couldn't draw the lands, or huge or a tap land, and we just never really came together. I do think Release the Dogs plus Convoke cards is very good. It's definitely a very good thing to build towards. There just aren't really enough good dogs, basically. Like the Hellhound, if we could be playing real cards and not playing Houndmaster, Cur, and Watchdog, for sure. Like if Watchdog was like a good 2/2 of Vigilance, some other abilities too, that would help a lot too. But I imagine it's a tribal support a little bit in the future. And it's funny because they do have the best Lord. This is the best Lord, best tribal Lord ever printed, for sure. Just the rest of the cards aren't that good. But definitely fun. So how good Gideon Blackblade can be in some of these sideboard games. Mana bases here are pretty good now in Historic. And yeah, I mean, I guess all good dogs go to heaven, I guess, because we got murderlated by all the best decks in the format. That's okay. That's okay. Thanks for watching. I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. Definitely check out CoolStuffInc.com's holiday deals on the old website. Promo code Jim5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. And check out my articles. I took last Friday off for the holidays. We just got the dog and stuff. But usually written article every Friday, video article every Monday. And yeah, I'll see you there for every single one of those. Always free content every weekday, CoolStuffInc.com. I love y'all, and I'll see you next Monday. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Have a good one.